right, first and foremost, Estia,
Cheers, Hayden.
congratulations on your win. You have officially got 3 wins and 3 knockouts. How does it feel to be known as a knockout artist now?
Well, it's kind of strange. I've never been known as any sort of artist, besides like a school desk graffiti artist. There I pride myself in a little bit. But yeah, man, like I said, the predictions have been pretty spot on.
How did it go with the teachers and everything with regards to graffiti on the tables? And I'm sure they would have loved you.
Now, I've spent my fair amount of time in detention. I've paid my dues. I've done my time.
And now it's paying off. I mean, you get to take out all your
aggression, yeah.
In the ring, yeah.
Yeah. Finally, I've got a little outlet.
And Thando Mali, I mean, when you walked in there, you would have seen him, quite a big guy. Size-wise.
Size-wise, strong, big legs.
Big legs, but you put him in quite an uncomfortable position from the onset.
Yeah, I mean, like we've got a rule at CIT where it's hit first. The coach at wild card as well is like work off the jab. So I'm happy of how the fight started. I think I baited it out nicely, felt it out, and I watched it back for the first time today. I listened to the commentary team.
Yeah. You didn't give us a long time to
No, but I think like a lot of people wondered if I had more in the tank and can I go past. I'm ready to go to those dark places. Like every time I walk out, I'm ready for that dark spot. I'll embrace it there, because in the way that I spar, it's not much different to the way that I fight. So I'm used to that.
Yeah, I've seen you go about your work in sparring, and you're 100% accurate in that. It's all out war. What do you want to do next?
I want to finish this beer. Next. And at the moment, my hand's not that great, so I kind of want to get that healed up. I want to go around the country a bit, work with a couple of trainers again, get some more working with Shannon, see what Charles maybe have lined up for me in the US, and then I'll back for a part of the camp back at Wildcard. Yeah.
Speaking about beers, when I got my official sheet from Supersport on the commentary, they got all the information there. I said SDF Pypers, I looked at the hobbies, and it says your hobby is drinking beer. Was that accurate information?
Yes, I'm definitely not a cyclist in my off time. No, when they asked me that, I was like, well, to be quite honest, I don't really have much hobbies besides sitting and drinking beer out of camp. So yeah, that was pretty... That was the gist of it.
I've seen some of the Japanese boxers, they actually straight after weigh-in they carb load with some beers as well, just to get the carbs back in the system. Have you ever done something like that?
No, I wouldn't trust myself to even try that at all.
After the fight as well, I mean, you guys had a good party, didn't you?
Yes, we did. I paid the VAT for that on Sunday.
If I'm not mistaken, did I see you went head first into like a Jeep?
I might have slipped into a Jeep, yes.
Slipped? Yeah. I mean, it was a sort of more punishment you took outside of the ring than inside the ring.
Yeah, well, that's never a bad thing, right? If you get hurt more in the after party than you do in the fight.
I saw you on a fight poster. I don't know if it's happening or not. In April for Cape Town. Is that not going to happen now because of your hand?
Yeah, so I saw the specialist yesterday. It's going to be a couple of weeks before I can even hit the bag and start sparring. So that's off the cards for this event. But Fight Island, I'll definitely jump on one of Matt's events. He's been taking great care of me as well. So we'll look for something later in this year.
We've been looking at sort of your career so far. You fought in the United States, you fought in Cape Town, you fought in Johannesburg now. When it comes to deciding on your career for various locations and where do you go, who makes those decisions?
I kind of look at the cards, I mean, it was a massive honor for me getting the call from Kevin to open up on one of his cards for him, and also when I watched the fight back today, getting the first knockout of the promotion. And he did a phenomenal job. I mean, everybody that was there, that event was done so nicely. From, how it was dealt, the medicals, the ring. I mean, everything was done so perfect. You can see Kevin's really been around the block, So for me, being on Supersport, having our own fan base and stuff, that made sense. So at the moment, it's kind of like I'm going on a gut feel about things, and I just feel that things will fall into place as they should.
you had a whole entire like crew there in the sport for you there, front row. We had Drickus, you had Jackson, you had a few other people there to support you. I mean, in terms of like the reception that your friends and family have had to boxing, what has it been like?
In the beginning, it was very mixed. My mom didn't like the idea of it at all. Neither my dad. He was like, "You need to get to work. why are you trying to hit bags and stuff, you know?" And I think when we passed the point where it was more than I'm not playing hooky, I'm really interested in this. The support's been absolutely amazing. You know, I couldn't have done what I've been doing without my support of my dad and my mom and close friends. And my inner circle is very important to me because I gain a lot of motivation from that, and I've got really, really supportive, like a very supportive inner network.
I mean, and it's so far so good. I mean, as I said before, right in the beginning, it's 3 fights, 3 wins by knockout. Did you envision it going this way?
Yes.
And how do you envision it going forward?
I think we're gonna finish them early for another while. I know that some styles are going to get me tested and stuff, but I also understand how this game works, and by the time that opportunity presents itself, I will be equipped with the tools to deal with whatever style stands in front of me. Because at the end of the day, it's if we dumb it down, it's who beats up who, and I'm trying to be the bully in the schoolyard every time.
I get the sense that, like, as well, just from speaking to people, like in the week after the fight, is that people are starting to respect what you're doing, respect that you're knocking out guys, and really taking you seriously. You're going to get a lot of challengers coming out soon because they're going to be wanting to share cards with you. It's always nice when people see another guy achieving and they also want to take that your place in this instance. Have you had any one challenging you after the bout?
Yes, I'm not great with name pronunciations, but I have received a couple of DMs where people were like, they're ready for this. And then I'm at the moment, I'm not really in a challenging mindset. I just want to challenge this beer.
Yeah. How many are you up now?
Like 4.
Okay.
Yes. Four for brunch.
Yeah, you got 4 rounds of beer, but 1 round in the ring.
Oh yes, that shows beer makes you strong. So I'm having bomb squad. Yeah, at the moment I'm just like kind of taking everything in and stuff. I mean, there's people going to be making noise. There's always going to be someone having something to say. That's just part of it,
Hard night. Well, not for you, but for your stablemates, Creed and Kane, who unfortunately were on the receiving end of defeats. Any words or encouragement for those guys?
I mean, both of those guys are extremely badass individuals. Like, I've sparred with them. I'm heavier than both of them. They don't step back. I mean, this is a cruel sport, and I think just it was could have been lucky punches. I mean, who knows? I'm not an expert in this. I mean, Shannon and his dad, they'll both review it and make the adjustments needed to. But in terms of character and work ethic and dog, both of those guys are world championship material, and I can't wait to see. And the fact that they're actually taking real fights, that's what boxing needs, is guys like that will fight anyone and brings the entertaining fights to the fans.
If I had to put you in a management sort of position, I mean, would you prefer to fight in South Africa? Would you prefer to fight abroad? What goes through your mind when you think about your next step?
I think having both options, keeping both options open is probably the best thing to do, because I mean, look how much stuff changed in the last year. Like a year ago, we didn't have this platform of boxing in South Africa. We got guys like Matt, Colin, Kevin, their promotions, Sean Smith putting up a promotion. I mean, straight out of COVID, there wasn't a lot of great opportunities for people to, especially after the ESPN pulled out as well. So it's great that people are realize that there's a lot of potential and giving guys a platform. So I think the future is looking bright.
All right. So obviously, it's always going to be on people's minds as to what's happening next. But we'll give you a little bit of time to decide on all of that and rest up, have a few beers, and enjoy yourself. Estia, do you want to send a last message to the South African boxing public just before we go?
Everybody, thank you so much for the support. This last week. That's been absolutely amazing. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to what the future holds. Thanks.